Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone.
Assalamualaikum to everyone as well.
Bye. Bye. Where is the
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Dr. Zul Hasni dah boleh mula dah ke?
Boleh mula Puan?
Yeah, Assalamualaikum. Who should start the program? May I know who should start the program, please?
Waalaikumsalam. Doktor boleh mula share slide dan boleh mula program. Silakan Doktor.
Right, thank you. Cik Sani, please prepare the slides. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to representatives from JPK, UTSB, and our cherished guests. Thank you for joining us this morning. As described, this is the R90 Occupational Framework. I can't see the slide. Sorry, just give us a couple of seconds. Okay, R90 for the creative arts and entertainment activities. This is the revision of the occupational framework of the aforesaid section. And this is under JPK, and UTSB is managing the process. Next slide, please. Okay. All right. The Department of Skills Development, DSD, previously conducted research on the industry, which was the development of the occupational analysis in the year 2013. However, there was no specific research on the occupational structure of the industry based on the Malaysian Standard Industry Classification, or MSIC definition of the industry, which is under MSIC Section R, Group 90, Creative Arts and Entertainment Activities. So in order to ensure that the development of the occupational framework is in accordance with the development of NOS based on MSIC sections and divisions, this research aims to define the industry as specified in the MSIC based on qualitative research on its occupational structure, critical jobs, and skills in demand. Next. Okay, there have been numerous national occupational skills standard NOS documents developed for the entertainment industry covering areas of music and music production. However, a complete analysis on the occupational structure of the entertainment industry has not been undertaken prior to this attempt. And in order to identify the overall structure and available career path in the industry, the occupational framework must be done on the entertainment industry, which leads to our objectives. To identify the critical jobs and skills in demand in the cultural arts industry, to analyze the occupational structure for the cultural arts industry from data analysis, interviews, and focus group, and to publish the occupational description of job titles in the aforesaid occupational structure. And may we remind you that this whole process is actually a review of the R90 section. Next. The scope of the work for the study conducted on the cultural arts industry is as listed. The scope of this research is on jobs under M6 Section R, Division 90, to annotate and prepare literature review on the cultural arts industry, to consult with cultural arts industry representatives to obtain expert input from industry. And the expected outcome of the research will be the occupational structure, occupation description, jobs in demand, and skills in demand. To develop and circulate the survey and then analyze the responses from cultural arts industry representatives, and to perform focus group discussion with the industry representatives, interviews, site visits, and or any other methods in order to achieve the study outcome. Okay, some definitions here. I would like to pass this to Cik Suhaimi.
Okay, now let's look at the Malaysia Skills Certification System, where we have this MOSQF. It's a framework that describes all skills qualifications awarded under the Malaysian Skills Certification System. It is an 8-tier framework that consists of 8 levels, which reflects skills competencies in an occupational area, which we will definitely map into the Malaysian Qualification Framework, or we call it as MQF, the Malaysian Qualifications Agency Act 2007, Act 679, which was adopted on the 29th August 2007, establishes that the Malaysian Qualifications Agency sets out its composition, functions, and responsibilities. This act repeals the Lembaga Akreditasi Negara Act 1996, Act 556, and dissolves the Lembaga Akreditasi Negara. And the Malaysia Qualifications Framework, MQF, refers to the policy framework that satisfies both the national and international recognized qualifications. So let's look at this, the 8th tier of Malaysian Qualification Framework, MQF, where MQF level, we have these until 8 levels and can be met into academic sector, TVET, and also life learning appel, where we can see here at level 8, it is equivalent to academic sector of doctoral degree, and it is equivalent with 35 years old experience with the bachelor's degrees in the relevant field with 5 years work experience and passed appel assessment. And at level 7, we have this MQF level equivalent to academic sector of Masters by Research or Masters by Mixed Mode and Coursework, or postgraduate diploma or postgraduate certificate, and also equivalent to appel with 30 years old with STPM diploma or equivalent with relevant work experience and past appel assessment. And then at level 6, it is equivalent to bachelor's degree or graduate diploma or graduate certificate in academic sector, or equivalent to 21 years old relevant work experience and past appel assessment. However, in level 5, we have it is equivalent to academic sector of advanced diploma, and then level 4 equivalent to academic sector of diploma with 20 years old relevant work experience and also need to pass appel assessment. Level 3 equivalent to academic sector in certificate with 19 years old relevant work experience and passed appel assessment. However, in level 2 and level 1 also equivalent to academic sector in certificate and TVET sector also in certificate, but the criteria is 3R. National Skills Development Act 2006, Act 652, the National Skills Development Act 2006, Act 652 came into effect on 1st September 2006 after it was officially gazetted in 29th of June 2006 with the mandate of promoting through skills training the development and improvement of a person's abilities which are needed for vocation and to provide for other matters connected therewith. The Act 652 is significant because for the first time in the history of skills training in Malaysia, a national legislation has been enacted solely and exclusively for skill training and development. So I'll pass this presentation back to Dr. Kamal.
Thank you, Cik Suhaimi.
Thank you.
Okay, so the definition of occupational framework, previously it is known as occupational analysis, and this OF is the result of an occupational analysis and research performed on a specific industry sector. A comprehensive OF should contain occupational structure, OS, occupation description, OD, and skills in demand. And the OS is a matrix that depicts the occupational areas and career path for a specific occupation. And these are the key stakeholders. These are divided into 3 major groups. The first major group is government agencies and regulatory bodies, which includes JKKN, Istana Budaya, Aswara, MECP, and National Art Gallery. The second major group is industry associations and professional bodies, which includes PAPITA, Karyawan, Persatuan Teater Malaysia, National Union of Journalists Malaysia, Malaysia International Dance Organisation, Percomic, MRM, Animasi, CAPS, and last but not least, Seniman. And we have included higher learning institutions, both public and private higher learning institutions. So the first category, these are actually for faculties or colleges that specifically offer creative arts and its affiliations as the major, yeah? So for public higher learning institutions includes Faculty of Film, Theatre and Animation, Faculty of Music and Faculty of Art and Design from University Technology Mara, Faculty of Creative Arts University Malaya, School of the Arts University Science Malaysia, Faculty of Music and Performing Arts UPSI, Faculty of Creative Technology and Heritage University Malaysia Kelantan, Faculty of Applied and Creative Arts University Malaysia Sarawak, Academy of Art and Creative Technology University Malaysia Sabah, Polytechnic Tuanku Site SIRI-UTM Arau, Polytechnic Metro Tasik Gelugor, Polytechnic Metro Kuala Lumpur, Polytechnic Ibrahim Sultan, which is a Polytechnic Premier in Pasir Gudang, Polytechnic Muazzam Shah, and College Community Besut. And for the private higher learning institutions, Faculty of Cinematic Arts Multimedia University, School of Liberal Arts and Humanities Taylor's University, School of Arts Sunway University, School of Arts and Social Sciences Monash University, Faculty of Arts and Communication Help University, School of Communication and Creative Arts UOW Malaysia College Damansara Utama, the Institute of Creative Arts and Design UCSI University, Institute of Music UCSI University, Faculty of Communication, Cinematic and Performing Arts, New Era University College, Faculty of Art and Design, New Era University College, Design and Built Environment Program, First City University College, Institute Warisan Melaka, IACT College, ICOM, and also MIA or Malaysian Institute of Art. Okay, now we are going to actually share with you the number of occupational structure that we have actually carefully planned based on 4 workshops with our selected panelists. Cik Swami? Yeah, I can't quite see. Could you please just enlarge it a bit? Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So the first group is class 9000, item 90001 and 90009 dance. So there are 3 job areas, which is dance stage performance, dance, TV and film performance, and dance education. So for the first group, dance and stage performance, there are out of 8 levels, we have job titles from level 2 to level 8, starting from ensemble dancer. Oh, bear in mind that actually there is a chain of what will be the next career path. So as you can see that one level to the next level is related to one another. So meaning that this is actually an opportunity for them to actually plan the next career path, or what would they actually expect for the next career promotion. We forgot to mention that. So there is actually a chain, yeah? Okay, from level 2, ensemble dancer, which leads to dancer, dance captain, lead dancer, assistant choreographer, and artistic director. For dance, TV, and film performance, out of 8 levels, there are 4 levels from level 3 to level 6, which is dancer, dance captain or main dancer, assistant choreographer, and choreographer. And for dance education, there out of 8 levels, there are 6 levels, starting from level 3, which is assistant dance teacher or facilitator, which leads to dance teacher, principal dance teacher, art school teacher, assistant lecturer or researcher, and lecturer or senior lecturer. And as you can see, there are 3 stars for the last 3 positions that I've mentioned, meaning that these jobs are critical as well as in relation to the IR 4.0. Next slide. Okay, this is independent journalism, item 90005, and these are divided into 5 areas, which is print media and online portal, freelance journalist, columnist and contributor, social media, blog, and music, film, and theater critique. So for print media, and online portal, as well as freelance journalist, columnist, and contributor, there out of 8 levels, all 8 levels have job titles, starting with cadet journalist, leading to journalist, senior journalist, specialist writer, assistant editor or sub-editor, editor, editor-in-chief and or managing editor, and finally, group editor. For social media, there are 3 levels out of 8, starting from level 3, which is journalist, specialist writer, and editor. And for blog, there's only 1 job title out of 8 levels, which is on level 3, blogger. And the last 3 jobs in social media and blogger, these jobs are related to IR 4.0. And finally, in the, I would say, a very critical section or critical area, which is a proper music, film, and theater critique. So out of 8 levels, there are 2 levels, which is level 4, starting from level 4, junior critique, and level 5, senior critique. In addition to being a critical job, these jobs are also related to IR 4.0. Next. This is item 90002, 90004, and 90009, stage design in the area of scenography. Out of 8 levels, only 7 levels contain job title, starting from level 2, which is craftsman, which leads to junior design maker, senior design maker, assistant designer, junior performance designer, senior performance designer, and finally capped off with scenographer. From level 5 to level 7, these jobs are related to IR 4.0, and for level 8, scenographer is actually a critical job with relation to IR 4.0. Next. Okay, this is pretty exciting actually if we have any actors in this group. So this is what we have actually come up with for item 90002, 90007, and 90009 cultural arts performance for film acting, TV acting, theater acting, voice-over acting, commercial acting, acting coach, and stunt performer. So for the first 5 groups from film acting to commercial acting, out of 8 levels, there are 7 levels which contains job titles. So there are no job title for the first level. All begins at level 2, which is a junior background actor or extra, which leads to senior background actor or extra, junior supporting actor, senior supporting actor, leading actor, and senior leading actor. For acting coach, out of 8 levels, this area begins at level 6, which is junior acting coach, senior acting coach, and master acting coach. And all these 3 job titles are critical as well as related to IR 4.0. And finally, a category which is critical, professionally, stunt performer, also started at level 6, junior stuntman, which leads to senior stuntman and master stuntman. Next. This group is theater directing, item 90002, 90007, and 90009, and there are 5 areas: directing monologue and monodrama, directing contemporary theater, directing musical theater, directing traditional theater, and directing event performance. For directing monologue or monodrama, these are basically for beginners. Out of 8 levels, there are 5 levels, okay? Starting from level 1 for trainee, which leads to junior assistant director, senior assistant director, young director, and emerging director. For directing contemporary theatre, directing musical theatre, and directing event performance, all 8 levels have job titles, starting with trainee, junior assistant director, senior assistant director, young director, emerging director, mid-career director, established director, and veteran director. And as you can see, for directing contemporary theatre and directing event theatre, from job level 3 to level 8, these are all related to IR 4.0. For directing musical theatre, for established director and veteran director, these jobs are critical. And finally, for directing traditional theatre, we also 8 levels, starting with trainee, leads to junior assistant director, senior assistant director, young director, emerging director, mid-career director, established director, and a special title of Adi Guru. Next. Okay, Cik Swami, could you please continue from this point?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kamal. So let's look into another category or group, group 900, creative arts and entertainment activities under visual arts, with item or class 9000, item 90002, 90003, 90006, 90007, and 90009 visual arts, where we have these 4 job areas, starting with art exhibition, art collection, art conservation, and virtual exhibition. As you can see here, for art exhibition, from level 1, there is no job title, and it starts with level 2, craftsman, and then leads to gallery assistant, and after that, assistant curator B, assistant curator A, curator, senior curator at the highest level at level 7. For art collection and art conservation, there is no job titles for level 1 and level 2, and starts at level 3 with museum assistant, leads to assistant curator B, assistant curator A. For art collection, at level 6, curator. However, for art conservation, level 6 is conservator. And after that, for art collection, level 7 is senior curator at the highest level. And for art conservation, at the highest level, we call it as senior conservator. However, for virtual exhibition, there are only 3 levels, which starts with level 4 as web manager, and then at level 5, designer and web designer, and at level 6, at the highest level, is artistic director. And as you can see here, for conservator and assistant conservator A and assistant conservator B, is a critical jobs. However, for artistic director, designer, web designer, and web manager is the job relevant to IR 4.0. And let's look into another category, group 900, creative arts and entertainment activities, animation, MC class or item, class 90000, item 90003, 90007, and 90009, 3D animation production, which can be divided into a few categories or job areas. The first one is pre-production animation or 3D animation. For pre-production or 3D animation, there is no job titles for level 1 and level 2, and also from level 6 to level 7. So it starts with script writer and lead or senior script writer, and leads to director. And after that, there is storyboard artist, which can lead into lead or senior storyboard artist, and after that can go to director. And the third one is concept artist, and leads to lead or senior concept artist, and leads to director. And that is the career path for 3D animation for pre-production. However, for production, it is divided into 5 different areas. It can be started with 3D modeler and leads to lead or senior 3D modeler, and can become CG supervisor, or starts with 3D shading and texture artist and leads to lead or senior 3D shading and texture artist and can lead into CG supervisor, or 3D rigging artist can lead into lead or senior 3D rigging artist and can become the CG supervisor, or 3D lighting artist and leads into lead or senior 3D lighting artist and can lead into CG supervisor. And then we have this 3D animator leads into lead or senior 3D animator and can become animation director at level 5, which is the highest level. And then we have this job area at post-production for 3D animation, also starts at level 3 with 3D compositor and leads to lead or senior 3D compositor and finally can become CG supervisor at highest level at level 5. And then from there, we have another two job areas for 3D animation production, which is audio production and production management. Also, there is no job titles for level 1 and level 2, and no job titles for level 6 to level 7. For audio production, it can be started with audio engineer and then leads to lead or senior audio engineer and finally audio director. Or it can start with musician and then leads to lead or senior musician and music director. And for production management, starts with production coordinator and leads to production manager and then become producer at the highest level, which is level 5. So as we can see here, all of the job titles are relevant to IR 4.0. And also from the previous page, all of the job titles also relevant to IR 4.0. Okay, let's continue with the next group, Creative Arts Entertainment Activities, Theatre, with MC class or item class 90000, item 900009, Cultural Arts Research, which can be divided into 4 different job areas, which is music research and archiving, dramaturgical, drama research and archiving, and also creative scholar. There is no job title at all for level 1 until level 3 for all job areas. And for music research and archiving, starts at level 4 with orchestral music librarian, and then continue with assistant music curator and leads to music curator, and at the highest level, which is level 7, is musicologist. And then for dramaturgical, starts at level 6 as assistant dramaturg and leads to dramaturg and finally dramaturgy scholar. And for drama research and archiving, starts at level 6 with researcher and leads to senior researcher and research leader. And for creative scholar, starts at level 4 with apprentice and leads to junior divisor, and level 6 divisor, level 7 resident, and the highest level at level 8 performance scholar. So dramaturg and assistant dramaturg, and also apprentice, junior divisor, and resident are the critical jobs. However, for musicologists, music curator, assistant music curator, orchestral music librarian, research leader, senior researcher, and performance scholar are critical jobs and jobs relevant to IR 4.0. Okay, for the next one is MC Group Creative Arts and Entertainment Activities under Cultural Arts Activities. Item or class 9000, item 90001, 90002, 90007, and 90009, Cultural Arts Venue Provider, which divided into a few job areas, which is artistic, live and digital production indoor, media and marketing, finance administrative, operation and technical, which focuses on health, safety, and environment. We have under artistic, we have this job title starts from level 4, junior artistic crew, leads to artistic crew, and next into artistic director, and finally senior artistic director. However, for live and digital production, indoor starts at level 4 as well with junior crew, and then leads to crew, live and digital producer, and finally senior live and digital producer at the highest level, which is level 7. Media and marketing starts also at level 4 with executive, which is focusing on business marketing, business development, and customer relationship, and leads into senior executive, also in the field of business marketing, business development, and customer relationship, and then leads to manager in business and marketing, and also director at level 7, business and marketing. And for finance administrative starts at level 4 as well with executive finance, and leads to senior executive finance, and at level 6, manager finance, and level 7, director in finance. However, for operation, it starts with level 3 for non-executive, level 4 executive, human resource, IT, procurement, and contract, and leads to senior executive, and at level 6, manager, and level 7, director. But for operation, it has until level 8, CEO. And for technical health and safety environment, starts with level 2, builder, assistant operator, supervisor, assistant technical director, and at the highest level, level 7 is technical director, focusing on health, safety, and environment. So as we can see here, senior live and digital producer, crew, and junior crews are jobs relevant to IR 4.0, including executive for media and marketing, senior executive, manager, and also director under media and marketing, also jobs relevant to IR 4.0, and also for technical health and safety environment, all of the job titles are relevant to IR 4.0. Okay, now let's continue with Dr. Kamal.
All right, thank you, Jiswaimi. Next is cultural arts activities, item 90001, 90002, 90007, and 90009, cultural arts venue provider. And this is actually in continuation from the previous group as described by Encik Suhaimi. Okay, there are 3 areas, venue management, production and technical support, and stage management. And out of 8 levels, there are 5 levels starting from level 1 all the way to level 5. All right, so for the venue management, first, actually, we're talking about crews, for crew, venue crew, begins with crew support, venue crew supervisor, assistant venue manager, and venue manager. Whereas for the front of house, starts with crew support, assistant front of house supervisor, assistant venue manager, and venue manager. For production and technical support, there are 3 groups, which is set, props, and lighting. So for set, starts with crew support, leads to assistant coordinator, set coordinator, assistant production manager, and also production manager. For props, crew support, assistant coordinator, begins with crew support, assistant coordinator, props coordinator, assistant production manager, and tops off with production manager. And for lighting, begins with crew support, leads to assistant coordinator, lighting coordinator, assistant production manager, and production manager. And for stage management, out of 8 levels, there are only 4 job titles for beginning with level 2, which is stage crew, assistant stage manager, deputy stage manager, and stage manager. And for both venue management, for both level 4 and level 5 are related to IR 4.0. For production and technical support, all job titles are related to IR 4.0. And for stage management, all 4 levels are related to IR 4.0. Next. This is music, item 90001, 90002, 90007, and 90009 music activity. And there are 8 job areas: studio recording production, live events production outdoor, artist management, music business or entrepreneurial, music composition, arrangement and songwriting, health and wellness, and entertainment. For studio recording production, out of 8 levels, there are 3 levels with job titles, starting from level 4, which is the studio and audio engineer, leads to senior studio or audio engineer, and finally with recording and mixing engineer. For live events production outdoor, there are 6 job titles from 8 levels, starting with level 1, technical crew, leads to assistant stage manager, audio live sound engineer, artistic director, and music director. For artist management, there are 4 levels, starting from level 3, talent agent, talent manager, artist and repertoire manager, and artist and repertoire director. For music business and entrepreneurial, there are 5 levels, starting from level 2 for non-executive, leads to supervisor, music studio executive, music studio manager, and music studio director. For music composition, arrangement, and songwriting, it starts at level 3 for amateur music composer, arranger, and songwriter, leads to level 4, emerging music composer, arranger, and songwriter, level 5, mid-career music composer, arranger, and songwriter, and finally for level 6, established music composer, arranger, and songwriter. For health and wellness, there are only 2 job titles that starts at level 6, which is a training music therapist and music therapist. And finally, for entertainment, there are 4 levels out of 8 levels, starting at level 3 for amateur freelance musician and amateur singer, emerging freelance musician and emerging singer, mid-career freelance musician and mid-career singer, and established freelance musician and established singer. From the first category, all job titles are related to IR 4.0, as well as live events production outdoor. And for health and wellness, both music therapists and music therapists are critical jobs. Next. So we are still doing music, but this time under item 90001, 90002, 90007, and 90009, music professional. There are 3 areas, which is orchestral performance artistic, orchestral performance management, and education. So for the first category, orchestral performance artistic, out of 8 job levels, starts at level 3, musician for tutti, followed by sub-principal. Level 5 is section principal or co-principal. Level 6, concert master. For level 7, resident conductor or conductor laureate, or associate conductor or principal conductor. And finally, for level 8 is music director. For orchestral performance in management, starts at level 3 for non-executive, which leads to the next level for executive, senior executive, manager, general manager, and CEO. And for education, job titles begin at level 5 for music teacher or vocal teacher, can lead to lecturer or choir conductor. Level 7 is senior lecturer, and finally level 8 is music professor. So in education, all job titles are related to IR 4.0. Next. This is MC group under creative writing, item 90004, creative arts script writing, and these are divided into 8 categories: film, OTT or streaming, variety, animation, TV drama, magazine and documentary, radio drama, and finally TV ad or corporate video or public service announcement video. Okay, for the first 6 categories, for the first for film, OTT streaming, Variety begins at level 2 with assistant scriptwriter, which leads to scriptwriter, script editor, head of the script panel, and top off at level 6 with content development executive. Whereas for TV drama, it stops at level 5 for head of the script panel. For magazine and documentary, also starts at level 2 for assistant scriptwriter, script editor, head of the script panel, and level 6 is junior researcher, and top off with level 7 researcher. For radio drama, there are only 2 levels, which is level 3 scriptwriter and level 4 script editor. The same goes with TV ad, corporate video, and also public service announcement. Next. Still in the creative writing, but different item 9004, creative arts literary writing. For 3 areas, fiction, poetry, non-fiction, and lyrics. Begins at level 3, which goes all the way to level 7. Level 3 is young writer, emerging writer, mid-career writer, established writer, and finally, eminent writer. For TV production, there are 5 areas: pre-production, production technical department, production creative department, post-production, and digital platform. So for pre-production, starts at level 3 for assistant production manager, which leads to production manager, assistant producer, producer or line producer, and tops off at level 7 executive producer. For production technical department, starts with assistant cameraman at level 2, which leads to soundman, cameraman, and stops at level 5 with director of photography. For production creative department, production assistant, which starts at level 2, script writer, researcher, assistant director, and director. For post-production, also starts at level 2 with video loader, leads to sound designer, graphic designer, junior editor, and senior editor. And finally, for digital platform, which is actually a new area, starts with cameraman, scriptwriter, editor, director, and producer. All right, as we can see, for production and creative department at level 6, director has relation to IR 4.0. For post-production, starting from level 3 to level 6, are also related to IR 4.0. And for digital platform, all job titles are related to IR 4.0. Okay, for film production, can I pass it back to you, Cik Suhaimi?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kamal. So let's continue with item 9009, still under film production, because the job titles or job area is quite much. So we continue with camera operation, direction, lighting, editing, grip, audio, and data management of footage. So for camera operation, the job title starts at level 4 with focus puller and leads to cameraman, director of photography at the highest level at level 6. And director of photography is the job title relevant to IR 4.0. And then for direction, the job title starts at level 5 with assistant director and also ends at level 6 as director. And both job titles are relevant to IR 4.0. And then we have lighting, starts at level 2 with best boy, leads to lighting man, and then gaffer at level 4, level 5 assistant director of photography, and at level 6 director of photography. And both level 6 and level 5 are jobs relevant to IR 4.0. For editing, starts at level 4 assistant editor offline, editor online, post-production producer. And all of the job titles from level 4 to level 6 are jobs relevant to IR 4.0. For grip, it starts at level 2 as best boy and leads to level 3 assistant grip and ends at level 4 as grip. And for audio, starts at level 2 as boom operator, leads to assistant sound recordist, assistant sound designer, sound designer, and ends at level 7 as sound engineer. And for audio job area, level 3 to level 7 are the jobs relevant to IR 4.0. And for data management of footage, the job titles start at level 3, data of footage loader, level 4, data wrangler, leads to data technician, and ends at level 6, data recovery or system developer. And for level 4, level 5, and level 6 are jobs relevant to IR 4.0. And let's continue still under class 9000, item 90009, creative arts film production with job area of art direction, which can be divided into 4 different categories: props, costume, makeup or hairstylist, and sound effects makeup. For the first one, for props, starts at level 2, props assistant, leads to props man, level 4, prop master, level 5, art director, and level 6, production designer. And for costume, starts at level 2 as crew, level 3 as assistant costumier, level 4 costumier, level 5 art director, and ends at level 6 as production designer. However, for assistant and makeup artist starts at level 2, crew, level 3 assistant makeup artist and hairstylist, level 4 makeup artist and hairstylist, and can lead to level 5 art director and then production designer. And then for special effects makeup, starts at level 2 as crew, level 3 assistant special effects makeup, level 4 special effects makeup, level 5 art director, and level 6 production designer. For art direction job area, only assistant special effects makeup and special effects makeups are jobs relevant to IR 4.0, and jobs and these jobs are the critical jobs. And finally, we have this group, creative arts and entertainment activities, creative arts under class 9000 with item 90009, creative arts film management. We have these 2 job areas, production management and distribution. Production management starts at level 2, handy or runner, leads to level 3, production assistant, assistant production manager, supervising producer, and ends at level 7 as producer. However, for distribution, starts at level 3 as assistant distributor, level 4 distribution coordinator, leads to distributor, and ends at level 6 as market analyst. And there is no job titles, no critical jobs, and no jobs relevant to IR 4.0 for these 2 categories of film management. So that's all for occupational structure, which is this actually has been discussed in a few workshops with all the industrial panels. Okay, back to you, Dr. Kamal.
Okay, I think that's all from Encik Suhaimi and myself. We would like to actually first thank JPK for the opportunity, to UTSB, to our hardworking panelists, and most important, to everyone who took the time out to be with us this morning. We would like now to welcome if there are any feedbacks, we will take into consideration before we finalize the occupational structure for further action. And I can see there is actually already a first question from Miss Ivarina. May I know why animation post-production is put under section 900 and not under MSIC 591? Okay, so from what we believed in, animation itself is actually a branch of creative arts. So we are just proposing this so that all the creative arts can be under one category. However, we will look into this before we finalize it for final publication. Next, we have Shu Fitri. You can actually
Hi. Okay.
put your mic on and ask any questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum, everyone. I would like to ask about the performers, the actors.
Yes.
Yeah, because most of the Malaysian actors are freelance workers. They are not tied to a specific company most of the time. So and also for different projects that they do, they will have different roles. So sometimes they are the ensemble, sometimes they are the lead artist. So I don't feel that these levels might be sesuai, because for apa nama, for film juga, macam someone might be very established and have a skill beyond the leading actor in a specific production, but they only play supporting roles. But those Instagram influencer ke apa ke, when they get casted, they will go up all the levels. So we want to know how could that work. Maybe why are the actors not labeled? The levels are not labeled just as the singers, just as the writers. Mid levels, established, and so on.
Okay. Thank you. We kind of anticipated the question, and thank you for asking. It's good for us to actually clear the what we say, like some questions. Okay. As a theater, as a person who's currently teaching the theater department, and I have all my students who are aspiring actors. This is actually hopefully will be used as a guidance for future productions, so that nobody will be shortchanged. Putting the current going tradition of pushing people who are popular for no reasons as actors, I'm sorry, I have to say that, rather than hardworking actors or those who have actually studied hard to be actors. So hopefully by offering this as a guidance, producers will be taking this seriously and actually pay proper actors for the right experience and for the right talent. As for the titles for all for the titles for each of these job areas, we can look into it again, maybe for a better phrasing or a more suitable job titles. I hope we have answered your question,
Yeah,
Mr.
thank you.
Shofidri.
Thank you. Because in my opinion, it's kind of misleading that, for example, if I am a senior leading actor, I can just be, I will be a senior leading actor. So it's kind of misleading, because it really doesn't work like that for
Yeah,
different productions, Yeah.
I can see at the moment, this is why we try to come up, or that this is why we are putting this like something like into the map, so that people will take actors, talented actors, educated actors, trained actors seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay, next is from Technology City Haja Asnam. We actually can only share this one. Everything has been finalized and published and approved by JPK. All right. Puan Haja.
Oh, okay, because I thought that I wanted to look on the previous section, so we can give a brief and direct comment on it, because it's hard. We want to look at it and give a direct feedback right now, actually. Yeah.
Okay. All right, but yeah, at the moment, whatever that we've presented here hasn't been finalized, and if we would like to actually share a document, this one actually is it doesn't belong to us, because since it hasn't been published and finalized, therefore it's still not. I think it's improper for us to actually share it with you at the moment. Yeah, we have somebody just raised his hand. I think it's Mr. Park Zan.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, Dr. Kamal.
Good morning.
Tahniah Dr. Kamal and team juga untuk persediaan untuk propose to this entertainment and creative arts industry. Dr. Kamal, I kena bersetuju dengan yang pertanyaan yang apa dia? Yang sebelumnya itu siapa tadi
Is it about acting?
About acting. So dia happens to be the same. Kalau buka page 18 atau page 17 Cik Syuaimi, because it's very subjective to see the level of study dengan experience ataupun even the needs of the production towards the performance ataupun any of the TV or film production. Mungkin the area level 8 is to decide the academic background with mungkin some relevant experience, mungkin professional designers ataupun ini contoh ya di bahagian tengok page 18 mungkin page
job title apa tu Cik
contohnya in the creative parts level 8 contoh 6 level 6 and level 8 no job title kan sebenarnya in the art direction. This art direction memang dah ada dalam kelas 900 ni kah?
It's part of the creative arts and entertainment activities.
Yeah, because dia agak pelik di sini because art direction menjadi art director itu menjadi art direction itu menjadi asas kepada production design sebenarnya. Sebenarnya production design menjadi asas kepada art direction. So the level of that production designers macam yang bertanya tadi sebelumnya itu menyatakan tentang professionalism ataupun the experience will lead to the levels. Right? Mungkin area yang level 1 and level 8 in terms of academic educational background. And then mungkin ada satu lagi komponen yang menyatakan tentang the professionalism based on the experience, which is equivalent to which level. Say for example, the senior designer, say for example, the equivalent to level 6 to 8. So that will guide to a better hierarchy lah in terms of a creative department. Like this one, if I say the production designer should be at level 8 already, right? Sekarang dia hanya berada di level 6, right? Kalau ada guideline in terms of professionalism, mungkin ada senior production designers and the senior art direction. In that way, will cater the same as the academic background on the area of level 1 to level 8. So sama juga very subjective in terms of kita practice-nya di institution, the academic institution and the industry, because sometimes kita perlukan dengan experience yang dia ada within 10 years or 15 years without academic ataupun certificates, dia dah berada as a production designer ataupun the senior production designer. Benda-benda gitu yang akan guide in terms of area ni. Cuma because kita hanya meletakkan as academic certificate tu menjadikan dia ke level yang lebih atas, sometimes dia tak practice di industry that way, right? So mungkin ada satu komponen yang boleh, contohnya di level 8 itu as mentioned just now, mungkin dia boleh letak as a professional creative team and so on. So dia akan guide equivalency between the experience and the academic background. Kalau dia ada academic background dengan experience, so dia is a professional designer in the production. Lebih kurang begitulah.
Okay.
Itu je.
Okay. we appreciate your feedback and comment, Jizan. It would be very helpful because pihak JPK ada menyediakan maklum balas bagi penambahbaikan in the chat box. If you can actually also share your opinions and your feedback with us, and we are more than happy to actually look into this. Thank you very much, Jizan.
Thank you.
Okay, next, I think we have a question from Mr. Pat Ibrahim. Go ahead. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, your attendance and for also your feedback for the OF, if you have any opinions, the forms are actually in the chat box. Okay, there are 2 forms that you can fill up. Yeah. Okay, we have our from author, Miss Nino Aziz. Yes, thank you very much for your comment. And thank you for being with us this morning. We really appreciate it. We're still waiting for a question from Mr. Pat Ibrahim. If you're around.
Can I just say something here?
Yes.
I'd just like
Yes,
to make
please.
a comment. Yeah. Good morning, Assalamualaikum, and thank you, Dr. Ahmad and Suhaimi. I'm here actually as a columnist and contributor journalist, basically, for arts and culture activities. Now, I just want to highlight that the arts and culture industry and practitioners, you do, I mean, together with JKKN and all the institutions, do a lot of work to promote the arts and culture. But we have a real problem in promoting what you do and promoting events and activities that take place. When you work on your annual budgets, I strongly suggest that you highlight the requirement for promotion and marketing and the rest of it articles. Maybe this is not the platform, but I want to highlight the importance of communication, promotions for all the work that you do. So therefore, the segment about the journalists, the bloggers, and all those who promote your work needs more attention and a bigger support group. So that's what I want to highlight. It's so important because it is lost. If you do not promote and do not write about this and do not read it in the media, as opposed to other countries who focus on this very much, locally and internationally, then we're going to see your good work lost in all the noise on in media. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we will actually take into consideration of your suggestions and feedback. And we thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, saya ingin memohon maaf kepada Encik Pat Ibrahim ya, kami tidak mendengar soalan tadi. Okay, sementara itu pihak JPK sekali lagi baru refresh untuk maklum balas kehadiran dan juga maklum balas penambahbaikan OF melalui Google Form yang disediakan di chat box. So kami amat berbesar hati sekiranya dapat para hadirin semua, Profesor, Doktor, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan semua dapat memberikan maklum balas kepada apa yang telah kami bentangkan pada hari ini. Okay, now we have the questions from JPAD. Only level for theatre, no dance director or choreography director. Okay, is this for can we go Cik Suhaimi, can we go for the first group? Dance. No dance director and choreography director. Okay, so perhaps maybe Encik Pat, you can actually share your feedback in the form so that we will actually look into a proper kata orang tu job titles di dalam proses permunian dokumen. We will take into your question and opinion. So Encik Pat, kalau boleh nanti boleh isi borang form ya supaya kami dapat melihat kembali tentang item 9001 dan 9009 dance. Oh tak apa. You cannot find the form. Encik Nazrul boleh ulang sekali lagi the form tu. Okay, daripada TSCT Hajar.
Alright.
Is quite worrying. Okay, whether at the lowest or highest level, job title should be met to the level of institution to offer the program. So PhD, the students go to college. Okay, dia macam ni tau, bila no job title tu, that means it starts at a certain level. Dia bukan begin daripada level bawah. And you know, it's actually a climbing process. So that was why there are certain level memang dia tidak ada job title, which means dia terus bermula pada level 3. Macam tu. So, and the jobs that the job titles as shared by Encik Suhaimi earlier is solely not only on academic qualifications, but we're looking into the appel and experience as well. No one formula suits for each and every job area. Sometimes some job titles are relying on academic qualifications. Some job titles are relying on only experience, whereas there are also job titles that are related, we need both actually to come up with the job titles. So there's no one formula stick to, one size doesn't fit all. That's what we would like to say. However, we will look into, especially because I think Puan Hajar's concern is in the 3D animation. So we look into this again, yeah, Cik Suhaimi?
Oh, I think it's not just in animation, but all of it area, if possible, because when we talk about you know, the IR 4.0, so we should look into the matter. It's not just take from the existing or the current job title, but we are looking for the new one. So maybe in the lowest level, it can be done, you know, like let's say as an assistant or something like that, because we do have a certificate level and we do also the higher level on the PhD level. So I think if we, you know, if we wanted to offer this program, kita memang kena at least ada lah, because the concern is from parents, whether it's in the lowest level or the higher level, biasanya memang you know, to prepare the kids kan, for a job. So basically it's good if we have the job title there rather than just simply put no job title. I can understand that certain macam contohnya macam tunjuk ni kan, dance stage performance, so dia start at level 2. So kalau kita dah memang ada area level 1, kita ada lowest one certificate, so kalau the certificate student tu what they can do, maybe instead of no job title, maybe boleh tulis kat situ referring to you know, certain skill that they have. Because we have 10 skill under IR 4.0, so maybe takkanlah satu skill pun tak boleh di map kepada at least one job title rather than no job title at all dekat situ. That's what I meant lah. Not only in animation but to all area actually. Right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Puan Hajar. We'll definitely look into this in our pemunian session. Okay. And Encik Nazrul just actually reshared the maklum balas kehadiran as well as maklum balas penambahbaikan UF. Okay, are there any other questions or opinions or feedback? Okay, from Professor Madya, Dr. Ramona, not exhaustive enough, pathways, okay. Okay, we will take this into consideration for our penambahbaikan. Okay, Professor Madya, Dr. Ramona, thank you. And please, as well, don't forget to fill up our feedback form. Okay, anything else? Or anyone else?
Dr. Kamal, saya nak mencelah sikit berkenaan dengan Puan Hajar punya penerangan tadi lah, sebab bila kita letak level-level yang berkenaan tu, is actually based on JPK punya description of each level. So kalau kita nak letakkan for simply to have the job title, I think we should look at of each definition of each level. Itu saya punya justification lah. And satu lagi, kita ada dua stream yang berbeza. Satu on university level kita pakai OBE, which is on JPK punya kita pakai competency based. So kalau nak mix both stream tu sebenarnya agak mustahil lah bagi saya punya pendapat lah. Okay, itu saja. Terima kasih.
Alright, terima kasih Cik Kamal. Jadi ada sesiapa lagi yang ingin berkongsi, memberikan pendapat? Okay, thank you Puan Ninot for notifying us. Sekiranya tidak ada apa-apa lagi, adakah saya menyurahkan semula sesi ini kepada JPK ataupun kepada Dr. Zulhasni?
Dipersilakan Wakil Pengundi.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, selamat sejahtera kepada semua. Saya Roslan Yusof, wakil daripada syarikat UTSB. Terima kasih banyak di atas sesi pembentangan tadi, dan saya harap semua pihak mendapat maklum balas yang positif, dan insyaAllah ini akan kami guna pakai untuk menambahbaikan dokumen yang dibentangkan. Dalam masa yang sama, kami masih lagi mengalung-alungkan sekiranya ada tambahan idea-idea daripada pihak berterbabit, dan ianya masih lagi terbuka meskipun setelah sesi ini berakhir, masih ada peluang untuk kita tambah baik ya. Jadi terima kasih banyak kepada semua yang terlibat, kepada urusdia JPK yang membantu, kepada penyelidik, penolong penyelidik, researcher, writer, proofreader dan semua sekali, termasuk juga panel-panel penilai, panel pembangun, juga pihak sama ada perseorangan ataupun industri ataupun organisasi yang turut sama terbabit terlibat dalam menjayakan kajian ini. Terima kasih banyak. Saya serahkan balik kepada Cik Suhaimi.
Baiklah, saya bagi pihak rakan penyelidik bersama dengan Dr. Ahmad Kamal Bashar Salihuddin dan juga para panel industri yang telah membangunkan dokumen kerangka pekerjaan ataupun OF, ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada para hadirin pada hari ini kerana sudi meluangkan masa untuk mendengar dan berkongsi pendapat berkaitan dengan dokumen yang sedang dibangunkan, dan kami ambil maklum segala feedback yang telah diberikan oleh para hadirin pada hari ini untuk dan dimurnikan pada sesi pemurnian yang akan datang. Dr. Kamal, ada sebarang kata-kata?
Sekali lagi saya ingin ucapkan terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir, dan sebarang komen kita bukan ambil sambil lewa, kita akan melihat semula semua sebarang feedback. Sekiranya terdapat sebarang kekeliruan area kan, pertindihan area ke ataupun ada yang kurang jelas, kita akan murnikan sebelum dokumen ini dimaktubkan oleh pihak JPK. Kelak. Ya, itu saja Cik Suhaimi.
Ya, itu saja. Jadi terima kasih banyak dan Assalamualaikum.
Ini fotografi ada?
Oh, okey, boleh. Jadi mohon semua para hadirin untuk switch on the camera untuk kita sama-sama mengambil gambar. Okay, kita berikan sedikit masa untuk para hadirin yang lain juga untuk switch on the camera. Okay, semua ready? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, next page. Semua standby with your camera saja. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Alright, terima kasih banyak-banyak kepada semua hadirin. InsyaAllah kita akan jumpa lagi pada sesi akan datang. Terima kasih dan Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.